What up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. It's just me, myself, and I today. Hopefully, Joey Franchise will join me later. What's going on, everybody? We are live. Okay. Come on. We are live. Are we ready for another episode of Daredevil Born Again? I have to say that I have my problems with the last two episodes, but they were good. They were entertaining. They were entertaining. They were entertaining. Let's just get into it. I'll tell you my thoughts. It's up here by myself, thinking to myself. I think that episode 5, the bank episode, was a little leftover of the of what what was gonna come before the refocus of what we have right now. This was they said it was gonna be like a like Law and Order, but with Matt Murdock, and now I think that's one of those episodes that this was happening to. Mr. Socks, how you doing? Socks, you and me gonna be in the show today, okay? Episode 5, Daredevil. Wow, it was good, entertaining. I don't get I don't get why it was like happening to move the plot forward in any way, shape, or form. That was my question for episode 5. Wow, it was entertaining. It was good. Okay, don't mind my grandson being silly in the background. Okay. Yes, episode 5 was okay. Episode 6 a little bit better. I don't know enough about the Muse character, guys, to care about his portrayal in the show. It seems like there was a lot more that was going to be built up to the character to help us care more, or make him feel like he's a larger threat to New York City and to Daredevil. But he has not. It was like, yeah, it was a filler. 5 was a filler. 6 seems like it was like a mishmashed idea. Oh yeah, we still got this character and we kind of filmed some episodes, but we got to have Daredevil fight him technically. And yeah, hey, we finally got Daredevil though. Episode 6, yeah, we finally got him in the show. Besides episode 1, so in costume. I enjoyed episode 6, but I feel like we missed something. Like some things that were originally going to be in maybe in the original cut of the show is not in this episode. So a lot of the motivations of Muse was done with dialogue, which is fine. I mean, some of the best scenes we've got have been with dialogue. The Punisher and Matt Murdock scene, it was all dialogue, right? But I don't know. I'm on the fence the whole show. I think it's cool, it's entertaining, but is it like I feel like they kind of mishmash stuff. Hopefully we only got 2 episodes, guys. That's it, and then we got another season. And supposedly, next season is a little bit better. You know what? I don't even know. Sucks if Punisher has to be in the newest episode tonight, right? I don't even know if that's happening. You know what I mean? Maybe we're not gonna get Punisher till next season again. I think that would suck if he's not in it. He's definitely out and about in New York City, punishing people whenever he feels like, right? So he should be available for some action. Other than that, let's talk about. Also, we didn't really talk about it because it was the next day that Marvel did the chairs. Yes, the cast announcement of the chairs for Avengers Doomsday. And awesome, that they did all those announcements, I questioned the the execution. Sax, help me out. What do you think about that, huh? I questioned the execution of that. Somebody, when Joey ran into my office at work, he goes, "Yo, they're live right now, and they're announcing all the things." I was like, "Okay, cool, cool. Like, all right, cool." So it's hype, whatever. I was busy. I didn't. I guess I'm lucky. I guess I'm one of the lucky ones. I didn't just leave it running. Um, but I um I really think that they could have just put up an image, I guess. But I mean, whatever strokes their execution of promotion. Whenever they need to promote something, and they got people that they pay big money for that. They got people that pay big money for that, and that's what they did. They just gave us some chairs, a very long video of scrolling chairs, and that's what we got, man. That's what we got in there for our reveal of cast reveal, official cast reveal, and I'm sure they're gonna announce more names for Avengers Born Again. Welcome, Mr. Joy franchise, to the show. I'm already live, man.
What's up? Yeah, I figured.
We are talking about the Avengers Doomsday long chair announcement, and I told everyone the story about you running excited into my into my live or live into my office, and you were saying, "Hey, oh, they're live. Marvel's live right now." And then you ran out, and I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't tap into it because I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it later." And I'm kind of glad I did. That I had to sit there and be like and wait through the pain. But they got
Bro.
millions of views from it. You can't doubt that. Marvel's a different animal when it comes to getting their fan base hype.
I agree. They got me. I was definitely in them views, man. They definitely got me for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I actually had it running in the background, but I thought what was really cool about it because it was like super dramatic, and every time they were about to unveil a new name, you hear the music of that specific character, and then they show the next chair, and yeah, I thought it was. Listen, it was too long. The drama and the suspense and the anticipation, I thought they really had it. They had it down packed, and they did a solid job with that. But to sit through another 6 hours, bro, of something like that, I don't know if I could do that. I'll just
I
wait
mean,
for
it
I
might have
just
been
wait for it
cool.
to
Like,
happen.
I guess it would have been cool if I was still working and I just ran in the background. I would have
Yeah,
been like,
well, that's what
okay,
that's what I had it.
whatever.
I got it's so crazy because from when being in the office to driving home, I had YouTube still running. I could hear, you know what I mean? I had no music playing. It's just literally just silence up until when they brought out the chair after chair with the theme
Yeah.
music of the character. And then until I got home and I just had it in the background, and I'm just like, yo, when they started announcing all the OG X-Men,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
So
like,
that was the big
yo.
takeaway from all the. We can go through all the names, but you guys research it yourself. But the big takeaway was all the OG X-Men names were there. Patrick Stewart, Ellen McKellen. I mean,
Alan
um,
Cummings,
yeah,
Rebecca Romaine,
yep,
you had James Marsden. Yeah, all the OG X-Men. That this is and it's what's funny about it is the fact that all these actors are portraying these classic characters from the original X-Men film that kind of started everything for Marvel. Well, Blade really started everything for Marvel,
mm-hmm,
but X-Men was the one to really all right, you know what I mean? Like it's this is becoming like a thing, like a trend, and
right,
like 6 7 films later, here we are. But these guys that kind of paved the way for what the MCU is today, and Kevin Feige being a part of it as an executive, as a young up and coming executive producer, and he was on these projects, and now to have him in his actual MCU is kind of a full circle moment for him.
yeah, it is. I'm excited for it, man, and I'm sure they're gonna announce more names. I mean, they ain't gonna leave it like that. It's a
Yeah,
very big movie.
a lot of people were worried about, oh, well, where's Spider-Man? How come Tom Holland wasn't announced? How come Benedict Cumberbatch, even when Benedict Cumberbatch said that he was going to be in it himself?
True.
You know, but the reason I think they kind of keep those close to the chest is to have that ooh ah moment when the movie actually does come out next year. And I think these guys' roles is going to be super, super small. I don't even know if Tom Holland's gonna even be in the movie because they're
Yeah,
at
he got his own.
CinemaCon.
They got a big announced CinemaCon is going on, ladies and gentlemen. If
Yeah.
you haven't figured that out, and yeah, let's just share it for the live folks. Um, but we got a Spider-Man movie announcement. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man does
It's
what
was it brand
Spider-Man
new?
does.
What's it called? Brand new
Yeah, brand new day.
day,
I'm
brand new
gonna
day.
share the image
And the
right now.
guy and the director is gonna be the same director from Shang-Chi.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I enjoy Shang-Chi, so I'm expecting great things. You know?
Shang-Chi, definitely one of my favorite movies from the what was it, phase 4 or 5?
Yeah. I don't know.
I've
It's
lost
whatever.
count. I've lost
Yeah,
track.
it's not even worth counting at this point.
But it's definitely as of after Endgame, it's one of my top 5
Yeah.
MCU films.
Yeah, we got that announcement, and then we also got a Sony announcement too. We got a Spider Verse. The
Yeah.
final. Let's see if I can find Sony.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Beyond the Spider Verse got an announcement today too. Here we go.
Damn, 2027, man. That's
Look at that. 2027.
it's
So
so
we're
crazy
gonna
because
get.
it was supposed to come out after Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's right. I'm kind of I'm kind of more hyped for this movie than I am for anything Spider-Man.
I think a
I don't
lot of
know.
people are.
Yeah,
I mean, damn, to think that this movie came out like what, 3, 4 years ago?
it's crazy.
Damn, 4 years ago. 20, it was either 21 or 22, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
But man, like now we're gonna get the next one like 27, bro. This is
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm kind of a little bit more excited for this. I have to admit. Maybe just because I'm into anime a little more. I don't know, but I'm really excited for it. Excuse me. Um, let's see. We talked about that. What was there any other CinemaCon announcements that I missed? I don't know. I wasn't really keeping track with it.
I don't know if they announced it. I don't know if it was a rumor, but
Help
I
us
guess
out, chat.
the next Insomniac Spider-Man game is gonna be coming out in 27 or
Oh, okay.
28.
Okay.
So a lot of
That might
Spider-Man
have been
stuff going on the
on the
next couple years.
that might have been on their Instagram too, and I completely skipped it.
Yeah.
We are on the eve, or about 13 minutes before episode 7. Oh yeah, there was a Karate
Oh yeah,
Kid Legends
Karate Kids. I
trailer.
saw that.
All right, yeah.
It
Okay,
looks
so
all right.
yeah, sucks on it. Go check that out, guys. We're on the eve of another Daredevil episode 7. We get one more for the season, and that's it. Joey, have you finally caught up?
I haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
Watch them with a lot of time in your hands and a lot of patience.
And I've noticed that with the entire season of Daredevil, I've had to probably rewatch.
While entertaining, it is entertaining. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, it's not bad. I think I anticipate more of the like action packed style of Daredevil as opposed to like the more courtroom. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not big on law shows. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I'm not a law guy.
I think it's not here or there. I think it's more like there's a lot of plot and development, and it seems like they readjusted the plot and the flow of the show, and they still mishmash some of the ideas of that they were going to run with, especially with this character that they introduced. And I want to ruin it for you.
You can tell. You can tell what was added. You know what was kept from the original, like the Netflix style, and then
you're
what
gonna see like that
Marvel
the
wanted to
episode
really
5. You're gonna be like, okay, this is what they was gonna do, like hard, and they kind of kept this, I guess, for whatever.
Well, I saw the Muse fight. That looked pretty intense.
Yeah,
I watched that scene when it leaked.
Talking about the whole episode of the Muse. 5 was the I call it the bank episode, okay? And then there's 6, which is the Muse fight, right? So when you watch the Muse episode, you're gonna be like, okay, I see what they was gonna do, and they kind of like did the cliff notes of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, all right, entertaining, good, you know. And people were complaining about like, oh, that's not the way Muse is or whatever. And I don't know. I don't think he was such a great villain for Daredevil that we know exactly how he's supposed to be anyway. You know what I mean? I guess
if anything, they made him
the same
more
physicality of Daredevil in the comic. He doesn't have the same phicality as Daredevil in the comic book.
They made him more interesting, in my opinion.
I think it's more interesting. Sure, yeah. Gotta have somebody to punch, right? Except for cops.
Gotta know how to fight, man.
This is the Daredevil show. Gotta have some people to fight more than the Kingpin, okay? And Bullseye, you know. He doesn't have
Oh
a
yeah.
super exciting uh rogues gallery. I know that they played around with the Typhoid Mary idea, I think, in the Netflix show.
Uh,
Yeah, and she was like one of the really good rogues gallery. You know,
right.
um, Black Widows is is in his rogues gallery. Um, there's some interesting stuff there.
Now they said that they want to do like I guess Jessica Jones is hinted at
Mm.
coming back, so hopefully we'll probably get that at the end of this one.
A little
Um
tease, yeah. They're gonna get a
yeah,
little tease of something.
even like the Luke Cage and the Iron Fist, who's actually been, you know, pouring out that he wants to come back and give me another chance.
Yeah,
So
that was recent. I don't know what he was he in CinemaCon or in some kind of
he
Comic
was
Con thing.
somewhere, yeah, and he just said, "Hey, give me." He wants another crack at it. So
Yeah. Extremely brutal and very dangerous. Yeah, because he blocks his like sensory
oh
in
word,
the comic book. Yeah.
wow, okay, yeah.
And maybe that's true. We didn't really see that. They really didn't touch that. Maybe that's true, or maybe he figures it out later. I don't know. But it's very interesting. I have not read any of the original source material of Muse, so I'm in the dark with all of it. So, but I enjoyed it the way it was presented. You know, and maybe if I was a super fan, I might be a little upset too. But it is what it is. So you got to catch up on those two. We got a new one today. Where you at on the show so far? Where you're at right now? This is pre 5 and 6 here.
This is the Muse was the end credit, and him and Punisher had just connected.
Oh, okay. So also you saw the Punisher episode. So how
Yeah.
you feeling about that?
Um, I mean, I talked about it last week, but I mean, I definitely enjoyed that episode, especially when Punisher came on screen. I thought his performance, John Berthal's performance, and returning as the Punisher was like A1 solid, man. Like I thought, like I say, I think he deserves an Emmy for that scene itself, because I thought it was really dope. It was a nice introduction or reintroduction
Right.
to Punisher within the MCU now. Excited that he's going to get a Marvel Spotlight. Was it the hour long mini movie or whatever? So that's going to come to Disney Plus, I think, next year.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm super hyped for John Bernthal, and I really want to see more of the Punisher. Not sure if he comes up. Don't spoil it. I don't. I really want to. I was supposed to watch it these past couple of days. I've just been super caught up, but yeah, I want to see definitely more of him, and hopefully they start teasing away at some Defenders uh stuff going down further down the road, which is
Yeah.
probably what's going to happen, because I feel
Yeah.
like that too much of that stuff is like leaking. All these rumors flying all over the place.
We'll see. We will see what happens. The episode is coming up about 8 more minutes. And we'll probably have a quick show today because we don't got two other guys chiming in about how they feel about stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing something. I think we talked about everything I wanted to talk about today. So if you got anything, I'm forgetting.
Just about what's gonna maybe play out in Doomsday.
Mm,
I've seen some AI stuff being done saying, oh, they better not drop the ball with Doomsday and the introduction of Doom, and they go back to that comic book, that classic comic book
yeah.
moment where Doom pulls out Thanos' spine.
Yeah.
So like they're saying that that's like a perfect opportunity. And word is, like, the rumor is that Josh Brolin will be coming back to play a version of Thanos. I don't know which version,
Mm,
but maybe as like Doom's going around these
probably
different
the King Thanos
multiverses.
version.
Yeah, he's probably running around these multiverses, and maybe there's a version of Thanos that obtained all the Infinity Stones in a multiverse, and he's about to you know do his thing, and
Mm.
oh, here come Doom slowing down. Like, nah, I'm taking over these universes, dog. Bah! Yank that
We'll
thing
see.
out.
We'll see.
Yank that spine
Yeah.
out.
We'll see. I guess we'll wrap up the show a little early today and let you guys get cozy and get ready for this next episode of Daredevil, Born Again, that's about to drop. Thank you so much for hanging out on our quick 20-minute show today. Shout out to Socks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, brother.
Appreciate your socks.
Yeah. We are back next week. We're going to talk about what happened in today's episode next week. So enjoy it. If you don't watch it right away, then don't worry. We're going to talk about it next week. Okay, you got plenty of time, right? Look at Joey. He finally caught off halfway at least. All right, guys, have a good one. Joey, let everyone listening to the audio version of this, let them know how they can follow you, sir.
Just tap in with me on the socials at Joey Franchise, at Franchise on Film. Yeah, get in with me.
All right, of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR if you so desire to do so. Follow the show, Geek Culture Congress, on Instagram. Yeah, we got some cool stuff going on there. As well as if you want to be part of the live show, you listen to the audio version of this, the podcast. We appreciate you so much. But if you want to be part of the conversation and be in the live show, go give us a subscribe over on YouTube. The official home is Speedy's Multiverse. Speedy's Multiverse. Okay, go give us a subscribe over there, and when we go live, you'll see it right there. All right, and then you can come in, be in the comments, and be all toxic and everything, and talk about whatever the heck you want. All right, and I may or may not share it. Have a good one, guys. Be safe. We'll see you guys next week. More Daredevil. Hopefully we get some more. We get some more casting for Doomsday between here and there. Let's see what happens. It's looking pretty juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Looking pretty juicy. This DC is supposed to show something in CinemaCon. Apparently.
Oh, rumor. Yeah. There's a rumor that I don't know if it's because it was April Fool's, but
yeah.
Superman. They're doing a first look at Superman at the beginning of Minecraft this weekend.
I think that's happening. I believe that because that's a Warner Brothers movie. So I think they're gonna put something. Even if they've put what we've seen already, they're gonna put something definitely for that movie. All right, guys, be safe. Have a good one. Enjoy the show. Catch you later, man.
All right, dog.
All right, brother.
Peace.